I don't knock to knock, I knock to hunt.
And I think that sign right there says no soliciting.
I've had 1,500.
They announced the 12% increase.
Yes, they did.
Oh my gosh, we would be best friends.
Are the Patriots playing in a couple of days?
It is 9:37 p.m.
Bro, we got 4 closes today. We've knocked like 7 doors. All right, so we made it to the last stop of the Blitz. We are at an unknown location in Arizona, and it's been quite a trip. You know, the idea behind this whole thing is about the impact that we can make. You know, we are looked at like the underdogs. 99% of people cannot do what we do. We're the only ones that face rejection on a day-to-day basis. But really the currency about this whole thing is the relationships, the impact that we can make. And today we are gonna sell some salesmen on selling. This is the last stop of the Blitz. And let's make some plays. Oh baby, let's go.
If you want to elevate your game, if you want to have your best year ever, tap the fucking today, listen to what this guy has to say, and give him everything you have.
Let's go. We have a genuine opportunity today to help you think differently for the rest of your life. I don't knock to knock, I knock to hunt. You're brand new in sales, what I would say is your main objective is to have 25 quality conversations a day. Don't have an activity of saying, hey, I'm knocking 200 doors today, right? And then be fist pumping, yeah, I got 200 knocks today. No, it's 25 quality conversations a day. Take them through the process. I want to genuinely thank you guys, you know, for giving me the time. It means a lot. We're getting crushed in sun the entire day.
Yeah.
What we would propose is actually utilizing you as a reference or a model home. Do you have a copy of one of the most recent Unisource bills? I will have the report ready. I'll pop by, like, let's say like 5:36.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, how are you? My name is Taylor McCarthy. Have you guys lived here for over 24 months?
Yeah.
I'll pop by at 4 and I'll speak with you and your husband. I'll have it ready. All right, thank you. Bye. Which one is this one? Van Marder? Oh, this is Van Marder. What about Miami?
Miami runs right here.
Oh, gotcha. Sometimes this thing just disorients for me.
We're selling our house.
Well, I hope you got a good deal. Well, nice to meet you. Are you the homeowner here?
Why do you need to know?
Well, you guys already have Unisource for the electric.
Well, that's the only one available. So yes, that's what I have. We tried to sell solar. I'm not interested.
I apologize. Everyone's been super cool. All right, I'll have to next house. Hi, sir. How are you?
What are you selling today?
I know it's a heartbreaker, and so I'm gonna pop by at 3 to show you guys.
And I already told him no. And I think that sign right there says no soliciting. We're not changing anything.
Sir, ma'am.
Why would I go with you when I have the guy next door trying? Thank you guys.
Doesn't matter. I've got my hands full.
So in the summer, it's like $700-800.
I've had 1,500.
I'll have the report printed out, and I'll pop by and I'll drop it off. And if you guys throw it away, you throw it away. If you look at it, you look at it.
I grabbed it right now. I said we might as well get this over with.
I'm Taylor. I was the one that put it all together for you.
What is it?
So he.
The making your electric bill cheaper, like I was just talking about, like 10 minutes ago.
I was talking to a guy doing it.
Oh yeah, that was.
I just had a sweatshirt on. I took off the sweatshirt and I started roasting.
I don't know if there's a small corner of a table I can kind of put my stuff down and I can kind of show you the report and see if we can actually lower the bill for you.
Okay.
What do you like best about?
I just grew here.
Yeah.
Out of Phoenix, and my dad and mom moved us up here. And
The population was a lot less.
yeah, he was working at Ford Proving Grounds out in Yucca.
I want to show you this, and you know, before I get going, I really want to thank you for the time you're even giving me. I always like to tell the families that I help that this is very exploratory. I'm a consumer. Whenever I look at this, I try to make it make sense for you, or we can take all the emotion out of it and see if we can logically get you an electric bill that says do not pay. Because Unisource, you've been here for a while, you know that Unisource's rates are pretty economical, but last year in January, or this year in January, they announced the 12% increase.
Yes, they did.
So it's not that what you pay per month, it's every time that meter makes a full turn, it goes tick tick, you're paying more per kilowatt. Turn the lights on, turn the lights on, turn the TV on, turn it off, you're paying for all those kilowatts.
Pay my bills.
Yep.
And I don't think much of it.
So what I always explain to people is the people that are putting up the windmills or the solar, they did not win the lottery. These people didn't take money out of their checking account.
I'm not doing it.
Of course, for a lot of people, they wouldn't go solar because of the fact that, I'll just let you read it. I mean, The only way to do this is by taking out a loan. For example, those loans last 70 or 25 years. You would be almost 100 years old when you paid off the whole entire loan. Those are reasons you would never go solar. The average home in Arizona puts roughly $63,000 back into their pocket over a 20-year period. That's just how long that people will save money. All I do today is I'm gonna show you where the panels were laid out on the report and whether or not I can even like help you, because if I can't help you, then you just wouldn't do it. But like I always tell people, and obviously they aren't, but if the panels were on the roof right now, what do you feel like would be your biggest concern?
That they wouldn't be working all the time.
Of course, and that's a great thing. We would be on the hook to not only maintain and warranty and insure them. Just to be very blunt with you, the only way the panels wouldn't work is if the sun didn't come up one day, and then I think we would probably have bigger problems. Do you know what you roughly pay on the bill? 75, 80 bucks?
Sometimes.
Okay, and then in the summer maybe like 150?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't up that high. How much is it going to cost me to get this done?
The upfront cost? $0. And now for some people that sounds way too good to be true, because these are the biggest questions. What happens to my roof? It keeps your house cooler. What if I was to move? It transfers over the same way the utility company would. How much does this cost? If you read the fine print right here, it says, if we cannot utilize the amount you already give to the utility company to fund the project, we don't even pick the home. So what I'm doing is I'm redirecting, or I'm shifting the money you would have given to the utility company into a lower amount. Like, you gotta realize your next door neighbor with the same type of home, with the same azimuth, is already installed with our company with the same program. And the reason that they did it wasn't because of the savings, it's because of the fact that over the next 3 to 5 years, there's a good chance these $103 bill could eventually go up to $150 or eventually $200, and a lot of people are on fixed incomes out here. With solar, you would have a fixed amount of $98. So every single month, your utility bill would come to $98, rather than it continually going up with the utility company. So the one thing is, if the utility denies it, you can't change anything. But if the utility did approve you, then you would actually pay less, you'd have control, you'd have predictability, you'd produce clean energy. Did everything that I say make sense though? Like, does this make sense? Like, I wanna make sure that you're not confused about anything.
Oh, it's worse than Phoenix.
I gotcha. If you walked out to the front and you saw the solar was on the house, and you knew you had that $98 fixed capped amount that will never go up more than the 1.9, and then the utility company knocked on your door and tried to convince you to rip it all off and go back to theirs, and they could raise it any time, you would tell them no, just like the neighbor would tell them no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna install any sort of panels today. What I need to do is find out if she's even eligible for the program.
Yeah, she is eligible. I just passed her.
So you are eligible because you got approved. I can have somebody look at the roof tomorrow if you'd like, and they can see if the roof would even qualify.
I want to think about it.
All we're asking is to earn 1% of your trust today, and we're willing to earn the rest of it before we put the panels on the roof.
Yeah, I just want to think about this, and then I will let you know.
So you'll have 2 months to think about it. But what I want to do is show you on your email that everything is the same on here. I want you to feel good about it, because if you don't feel good about it, if you're not excited, then we would just do another house. So I just want to show you this. Ready? Can you sit real quick so I can be with your glasses, so I just make sure you fully understand this? And if you're confused about anything, just let me know. And all we have to do is approve this form. And then if anything, this allows us not to be able to change anything.
Okay.
And then all I need you to do is initial here, which is click. Yep. I want you to feel good about it.
Oh,
and
I've enjoyed listening to what you're telling me.
If you had it all set up and your amount was $98.22, and I came in here and I told you, hey, I work for Unisource. I want you to rip the panels off the roof, start paying us more, and we're gonna do these crazy increases for you, what would you say?
Nothing.
You wouldn't do that.
I just don't. Get the hell out of here.
I can't believe you saw that video.
Well, Rhonda, let's take one quick picture with us, just so we remember you.
All right. Hi, William. How are you? I'm Taylor. I was the one that put it all together for you. I don't know if you saw like some of the drones up in the sky. That's like the picture of your roof. You can see you guys get sun.
I just had a new roof put on December.
Yeah, I noticed actually. What I'm helping a lot of families start to get is their electric bill that says do not pay. Have you gotten one of those yet? A do not pay electric bill? Okay.
No, they made a deal with me a few years ago where I would just pay $60-some a month.
The problem with manufactured homes is typically they see higher bills in the summer because they're less insulated. Now, when I looked at your house, does the home have a permanent foundation?
It has concrete all the way around 4
Perfect.
sides, and then Christmas trees
Okay.
all under the middle.
If we would use you as a reference home out here, you would pay nothing out of pocket. You'd produce the power on site. You'd eliminate the fees. What we would want out of it is we asked to use you as a reference. Now, how many years have you lived here?
Got here in 2006.
Okay, I was a sophomore in high
18
school.
years.
Were you in the military? Or were you a
That's
police
police
officer?
department.
What?
That's Hammond PD. I was
In Hemet, California?
Yeah.
There's a lot of manufactured home in Hemet. Can you show him on his bill what his average is? Like, because he's telling me your average bill was, what was your average bill you told me?
65.
He told me it was 73.
It shows different usage every month, so I think that's why he put the 75 was because there's months with higher usage in the summertime.
Do you
and stuff
see
like
how
that.
some months are?
Yeah, it goes up in the summer, of course.
What does the
what
summer
time?
bill come to? 75, 80?
Yeah, it goes up higher because of the using the air conditioner.
Okay, so if I was to take the low bill and I was to take the high bill when I was to find the average, he told me it was 75 based on what
Yeah,
the
that's
computer
probably
said.
the average.
What
Well,
do you
what-
like about the idea? Is it more about the
What would
environment?
the cost be,
Yep.
and what is the maintenance on solar panels?
So we would be on the hook for 25 years to maintain, warranty, as well as insure the system. So I'm gonna have to show you a way that I can give you a better situation than this. Otherwise, you would just stay with the utility company. This is what I was gonna show you. It's one of the best parts about this program. This one's better if I can put solar on my roof and not pay any upfront costs. Ultimately, there's no way I can hurt your situation. If you like the idea, then we'd put you into the back of the line, and on Wednesday, they'll take a look at the roof. That's it. All we have to do is just a quick qualification. We'll see if we can do it. What was your date of birth, sir? And then what is your phone number?
I'll tell you the truth, I don't think it would save me enough.
So I understand you would not go solar for the first year savings.
Right.
My question to you is, are you seeing a raise on the amount of money that you get every year?
I get Social Security.
But do they raise the amount of Social Security you pay each year?
They did this last time.
Okay, because what happens is a lot of people don't see enough raises based on inflation.
Yeah.
Do you see how this produces 116% of your power and this only produces 100%? This is going to give you a little bit of extra power. So it's like pay more, pay less. Less power, more power. The only way that you would pick this side over that side is if you wanted to pay more. Can I give him a piece of bacon?
Sure.
If the solar was on the roof and you had a $75 fixed amount that was capped and you know it was never going to increase more than that per year, and then Unisource knocked on the door and tried to convince you to rip off the panels, go to the 82 that you pay now,
Now I understand what
you wouldn't do that, right? It's common sense. So that's the position I'm trying to get you to.
What's the cost of putting up those solar panels in?
If I was to use you as a model home for this program, or if you were to do it with everybody else.
Well, this program, you're here now, yeah.
Zero. I'm going to show you that on the paper. You're not paying anything out of pocket. Nothing for install, permitting, maintenance, warranty, insurance. So all we do is we press this yellow button to start. That showed that I just went over all that with you. Just press the yellow. That will start. That just stated that everything that I went over with you was right there. So just click. I'm going to take a look at your cereal over here. What's your favorite one? Shredded wheat?
You can have it all if you want it.
Really?
Yes,
You wouldn't mind?
of course not.
I can make it?
Sure.
You're hooking me up with cereal, I'm gonna hook you up with some Irish luck right here. After explaining you all this, like, you feel pretty good about it?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let Devin finish up with you, but I just wanted to shake your hand. It was a pleasure to meet you,
You too.
and I'm glad I was able to explain this to you, and
Yeah.
I'm glad you feel good about it, and we'll just see what the surveyor says, and
All
if they
right.
give us the thumbs up,
Okay.
sun goes up, bills go down.
Yep.
All aboard
The Trump train.
the Trump
Looks
train.
like a man of the law.
NRA, yeah, the National Rifle Association, he's good to go. Yeah, then you're gonna keep paying $1,500 a month, which doesn't make any sense to me, you know? The only reason I'm coming back, because I heard what she just said, was she said come back when my husband's here. She told me to be here, that's why I'm here. All right. Today?
Okay.
Do you have like a small corner of a table I can kind of put my stuff down? I'll kind of show you how it all looks.
It's our D&D table, Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, awesome. How many years have you guys lived here in the house? 4?
Somewhere around there.
Congratulations, yeah, here's your house. You guys have no shade on the house, like there's no trees. And what's unique about this location is you get morning sun on that side of the home and you have afternoon sun on that side of the home, which enables me to be able to put panels on either side of the home. Ultimately, you guys have a perfect situation for this. She mentioned that, you know, you guys may be moving in the next few years. What we would propose is stopping all of these increases that are happening, but actually put you into the bottom option where there's no sort of loan involved. You're producing all of your power on site, and any credit balance that you receive, you guys would get that once a year as far as a true up. If I can't take the money that you already give to Unisource to pay for the entire project, we don't even do it. Do you know roughly what the bill comes to with Unisource right now?
Average throughout the year is like 55.
55? And in the summer, it goes up to maybe about 100? So the idea is we would completely wipe out that electric bill, and then you'd have a fixed amount with control and predictability. What would your husband have done if he would have pulled that one ring card, the one that Post Malone?
I just sold it immediately.
Well, I asked her. I asked her. We said, would he have kept it or would have sold it? And she's like, he would have kept it.
No way.
That's funny. That's a Shipmanson. He took your average bill, like obviously your bill right now is $55, but he took the highs and the lows to find out what your true average is, and it came out to $93. That's the situation if there was never an increase on the $93, me just doing the math in a year, in 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years. This is how long the system lasts, how much the cost of electricity would be over time. What this explains is there's gonna be all these months that you overproduce. Do you remember like AT&T rollover minutes? If you don't use your minutes, they roll over to the next month. Right now the meter will go tick, tick in the opposite direction. Anything you overproduce, you'll get as a form of credit. So all we really do is if you guys like the idea, we'd put you into the back of the line, we'd schedule a date for them to come look at the roof, they'd take the measurements, they'd look at the main panel. That whole main panel would get upgraded. Sometimes that's a $5,000, $10,000 ordeal if you hired an electrician to do that. We would cover all the upfront costs. So if you can submit to try to see if we can get approved, they're gonna do it by your date of birth. You're on the deed of the home. They verify you're not a wanted burglar, you don't have any arrest warrants out in North Dakota or anything like that. Is somebody gonna be home like middle of the week next week or this week?
I'm off all weekdays, I only work weekends.
Cool. Perfect. Everything in this email is going to be the same way that it is on this piece of paper. So technically the solar system could work if the power went off, but it's called an automatic switch, but it would void the warranty. So you can't like mess with the system or anything like that. So there's two different type of inverters. There's a string inverter and a micro inverter. What a string inverter does is if one panel goes out, that means the whole system doesn't work. We use micro inverters. If one panel stopped working, we would be notified and we would replace that panel, but all the other panels would continue to work. How long have you been together? 5 years? So this is my famous question. Who winked at who first? Wasted. So what is the SH? Oh shit. Wasted. I got it. All right, so I'm here with Ann and Jane, and I have one question for you. If I snap my fingers and the solar was all set up on the roof, you had the whole main panel upgraded, and it was all set up on the roof, and you know you had that fixed capped amount, and you heard the doorbell ring and it was the utility company and they tried to convince you to rip the panels off and go back to them and they could raise your rate at any time, what would you say?
No, it's Jeremy.
No thanks, bro.
They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. Pepperell, Massachusetts.
Rhode Island.
Nice.
Coventry.
I saw the Pat stuff, and it's funny because my sister, she's in the Air Force too. They didn't go solar because they saved $50 a month. They did it because the utility company is going to keep increases, and this is a fixed amount.
We tried doing this before,
and
they said our roof was damaged from the hail, and they wouldn't.
Do you know where the meter is actually, the electric meter?
Right around the back.
You
want to see it real quick?
Yeah. Do you need me to take off my shoes? You guys can just.
Come on.
All right. Cool. So you have a digital meter, which is good, and then this is your main panel.
Yep.
Is it locked, or can I take a quick look at it? So sometimes we actually will upgrade this for you. You already have a 200 amp, so that's good. Is it cool if I put my stuff down right here?
Yeah.
All right, great. I'm doing good. There's a chance on that flat roof that I could do something called a tilt kit, and actually, because it's completely south in the back, so you know, there's a chance that I could put the panels in 2 different locations for you guys.
Oh, okay.
If you could screenshot that chart or the utility bill and send it to them, I'm gonna have a design ready.
Okay, I will sign on it and try to get that to you ASAP.
Keep in mind, if I look that you're using less power, I'll just take panels off, but that's 138% offset, which gives you the ability to have a negative electric bill,
Right.
as well as produce the power on site. If the system does not produce what we tell you it will produce, we give you what's called a performance guarantee, and we'll credit you the difference. The agreement starts on the day of interconnection, meaning the day of installation. We're not billing you the $129.71. It's after the system gets inspected and turned on. All right, so I'm here with Steve, fellow Patriots fan, and I have a question for you. If I snap my fingers and the solar was set up on the back of the roof, you know you had that fixed capped amount, and the utility company rang the doorbell and tried to convince you to rip the panels off and start paying more, and they could raise it at any time, what would you say?
Hell no.
What if they were like, please, please, Steve?
It doesn't matter.
And who's gonna win the Super Bowl this year?
Oh, it's gonna be Brady.
Brady.
He's not playing no more.
Drake May, baby. Let's go, Pats Nation. Pats Nation, do your job. We gotta check this out. Oh my gosh, we would be best friends.
Taylor, are the Patriots playing in a couple of days?
2 more.
2 more days?
3 more.
But then I got my shed right there.
I gotta put this on. Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
You gotta see my rings. Hold on.
Oh, you got some rings? You remind me of back home. Oh, those are sick. Those are fire. Bro, this guy's a true Pats fan. He's got the blanket and everything. This guy is the real deal. Steve knows what's up. Awesome, Steve. Well, I'm so glad I was able to meet you. And pleasure, and Justice, you're in good hands with Justice. Take very good care of him. If you need anything, just let me know. All right, thank you so much. See ya, Steve. Bro, we got 4 closes today. We've knocked like 7 doors. We've had 4 appointments. I set them and I set them, but they just don't want to answer their door. Once they know if they answer, they're going to end up doing it. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was the one that put together the report for this location. What I'm showing you is you guys get crushed in sun, not only on the garage portion here, but on the entire house.
Thing is, I think he's selling the house.
I just have to figure out a way to email it to you, and then we're all set. Gio's going to be the one that manages the project. He's going to call you when the site server is here. He's going to be the one that comes here during your installation. He'll be the one that calls you with any updates.
No, I don't think they're interested. I'm sorry. They don't want to.
I got you. Well, I appreciate your time, Rigoberto. I apologize if it doesn't work out. Yeah, take care. Oh, cool. What I do is actually, we would pay for a few of these to put the panels up.
All right.
We would maintain them, we would warranty them, we would just sell you the power that system produces at a much more lower amount. All I have to do is I just have to make sure it's approved from whoever's on. Is it just your brother on the deed? Yeah. I'm not going to follow up with you guys because I'm too busy. If you guys want to do it, you're going to call Justice.
Like and subscribe.
And what time is it right now?
It is 9:37 p.m.
We making plays. We'll see you on the next episode, baby.
I be living life just like a rock star. Don't you know that I'm a mother effing rock star? Yeah, I be in them streets feeling like a mob star. But you know I'm fresh to death, I'm eating shrimp and lobster. Yeah, I sell any freaking